Hey, what's up, social media family? It's Chris, your favorite coach, your favorite host, back at you with yet another edition of Conversations with Chris. If you haven't joined us before, welcome. If you're coming back, I don't know what you're doing, just for more crazy conversations with interesting people. It's where we find interesting people, where I do, and I think that they've got something that would be valuable to share with the world out there. So here we go. And we have today none other than the one, the only, Eli Feldman, aka the Eli Stinator. He's a 9-year-old that's begun being interested in investing, and he started off with a GameStop stock, and is looking into new stuff. So we got welcome Eli. We got Andrew Tripodi said new agent. So not yet, Andrew. He's not in real estate yet, but we intend to make him a top of being a stock investor. So Eli, welcome. Yay!
Hello.
Yeah, so what's going on, buddy? Tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, where you've been, where you came from, and kind of how you grew into this interest of investing.
Okay, so the way that I grew into this interest of investing was because it just I want to grow my money and I've been interested in investing ever since I was like 5 years old, and I always wondered like how did this work? Do you like just like buy stuff? And I learned that there are two types of investing: buying stuff and waiting like 30 years to get it up, or buying a stock.
I love that. So what you're saying two types of investments. So you're talking about like the long-term investments, I guess, the waiting 30 years. And
Yeah.
so you've kind of taken a liking to playing the stock market, which could kind of give you a big return quickly. Is that what's going on?
Yeah, but it can also take away your money quickly.
Well, what have you learned? What have you learned so far? What in your research, in your journey into investing,
Um,
what have you learned?
I've learned that it's not easy at all, and the investment at the stock market's like a roller coaster. It goes up and down.
It goes up, down. And what causes it to go up and down?
The people who are buying it and selling it.
Yeah. And what makes people buy and sell at any given time?
Um, I really don't know.
Well, let's talk about some of the stuff that you've invested in. Um, Talk about what you've invested in and what made you choose to invest in that.
I've invested in GameStop, and what made me invest in it is because I saw really it was doing really good because some kids like bought up all the stock because some rich men were gonna drop all their stock and put GameStop out of business, and they're doing really well and really bad. It's just yeah, they're doing great.
Yeah. So, I mean, what do you know about? So, let's talk about GameStop. And that's an interesting story. So, these guys you said they were looking to put GameStop out of business.
Yes.
So, how is that going to work?
So they owned a lot of stock from GameStop. If they drop all that stock, then GameStop's going to be worth nothing. So it doesn't really work out for GameStop, and they can be put out of business because of that.
Now, is there anything about GameStop's business model in particular that kind of calls your attention or that you're familiar with, where you say this seems like a business I'd want to put my money into?
Because I have an interest in games, and I think they're really cool, and GameStop is like one of the top selling game companies.
Yeah, I love it. So you're like a good place to start. You would say is to invest in what interests you, right? So if
Yes.
somebody, a novice investor, regardless of age, if they wanted to kind of start, playing the market, so to speak, that'd be a good place to start.
Yes.
Yeah, and what are some other things that you're looking at? Some other investment opportunities, or what are you thinking? Anything kind of
Um,
in the
I'm
pipeline?
thinking of maybe investing in Tesla, but that's going to be very expensive
Uh-huh.
if I want to buy just one share. But I'm planning maybe buy a share of Disney or something. I don't know.
So, what is it about companies like Tesla and or Disney that make you attracted to them as to be an investor?
Um, Disney, I don't really know, but for Tesla is because of the oil
Yeah.
supply. It's running short, so Teslas are electric and charging is free. So
Okay.
mhm.
That's interesting. So once again, guys, we're live with Eli, aka the Eli Stonator, 9-year-old investor extraordinaire, and he's got like a lot of great ideas. And if we can all learn from a page in Eli's book, so just feel free if you have questions or comments, you can just type them right there in the chat, and we'll make sure that we get them answered live. And so far, he's told us, hey, look, start with investing in what you're interested in, what interests you. And I think that's an interesting observation for somebody your age. So with regards to investing in Tesla, so you think electric cars are the way of the future, and that's due to an oil shortage.
Also in pollution.
Pollution, right? So it's reducing the carbon footprint. So you think that more people in the newer generations are more concerned about pollution.
No, I think the older generations are concerned in pollution. Most of the newer ones don't even care about it. They're like, oh, the rest will do the work. I won't. It's like when you have to clean up something. Like, oh, I could just act like I'm cleaning up. The rest will do the work for me.
The rest. So you saying so the younger people are leaving it up to the older people. The younger
Yes.
generation is leaving it up to the older generation to solve the
Yes.
problems.
Yes. That is what I've been seeing. Yes.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, because who's going to be around longer, the older generation or the younger generation?
The younger, and that's the thing.
Hmm.
That's where, you know.
So that's what's going on in the world, huh? And so what else are you looking? I know we talked about a little bit about possibly getting involved with businesses directly yourself, or maybe investing in real estate. I mean, what is the end game? I mean, we fast forward to, you're 9 today, and we fast forward, 10 years from now, you'll be 19. 20 years, you'll be 29. What's the future look like for Eli the investor?
I'm either broke or millionaire.
There's no middle ground. I'm either broke or a millionaire. So what do you think?
Exactly.
What are the necessary precautions to take if you want to make sure that you don't end up broke?
To make sure like not to eye the stock so I don't end up broke. Also like just check it once in a while and make sure that like I don't make any stupid I don't make any stupid investments.
Yeah. Well, look, it's do you know you're familiar with the word entrepreneur?
No, I've heard it a lot, but I do not know what it means.
Well, entrepreneur is somebody who's like takes risks. It's the French roots is for risk taker, and if you don't take any risks, you have no rewards from it, right? So it sounds like you're kind of
High risk, high reward, like that.
you got it, man. High risk, high reward. So I mean, when you think about your life moving into the future, what amount of risk are you willing to take?
As much as I need to.
Yeah. How do you know how much you need to?
By looking around, seeing what's going on, and take as much risk as I need to.
Yeah, I heard one time the acronym COOL, KOOL, being a keen observer of life. And it sounds like that's what you've already started doing. So, I mean, take us through a typical day in the life of Eli Feldman.
In the morning, if it's a weekend, I sleep in as long as I want to, and if it's a weekday, then my mom wakes me up. I use the bathroom. I get dressed, and then I eat breakfast and pack up and go to school.
Yep, and it stops at school, huh? Do you how's school going for you?
It's going pretty cool, pretty good.
Yeah.
Because I just finished my last FSA. And yeah.
So tests are finishing. Now, what do you think about are you learning about investing and all this stuff about stocks? Are you learning that in school?
No,
Nothing.
nothing of that.
Is it possible that you own more stock than your teachers?
Yes.
So I mean, look, if you had to give the school system advice from being someone that's in it, what advice would you give the school system that you're in right now?
Start teaching more valuable things that you'll actually use.
Okay.
like how to pay taxes, how to fill out a job application, how to buy a house, how to pay your income tax, how to start an investment chain. Yeah,
Start teaching more valuable life lessons.
yeah, things that you'll actually need in the real world, not chlorophyll makes plants green.
Things that you'll actually need. I love this. And I mean, what do you think? What do you think about the future? What do you think about the future in the world of investing?
I'm thinking that people are getting smarter, and I think that they'll actually start doing things.
So doing stuff about it. And what sorts of things will
Yeah.
they do? Do you think people are going to get more and more involved with kind of
I,
passive investing and kind of figure out how to make their money work for them?
I think that they'll actually start paying attention and looking around and seeing, oh, do I need to do this or do that?
That's awesome. Guys, once again, we're live with Eli Feldman, 9-year-old investor, keen observer of life, aka the Eli Stenator, which kind of sounds like Eli the investor. It's awesome. So it
Oh
works
yeah.
out well. It's like for your little brand there. So if anybody's got any questions for Eli, just type them there in the chat. We'll get to them live. We are live. And I want to ask you more about people kind of getting smarter and kind of moving into the future. I mean, do you have any concern? Do you have any concern at all? I mean, look, in the generations past, people kind of worked. They got a job. They worked 30 years. They paid into a retirement plan. They retired. They collected retirement and Social Security. I mean, we see now 401ks and pensions and things like that. They're kind of collapsing, and there's probably not going to be any Social Security left by the time you get there. Do you have any concern about that?
Yes. I have concern about all these things. Except, can you tell me your actual question for me? Like, like
So,
what you mean?
well, eventually, I mean, look, so you got your whole life ahead of you. You're going to be working. There's going to be some day where you're not going to be able to actively generate income anymore, right? So you're not going to be able to work. And so in years past, we've known that we can retire and would have money coming in because we had retirement plans or
Retirement funds.
yeah, retirement funds and things that are not going to be there, and Social Security, which is money that you get from the government when you turn 65. The odds are when I turn 65, there's not going to be any money left. When you turn 65, definitely not any money left. And what are your concerns around that, and what do you plan to do to kind of get through that?
Um. Oh. Do you want me to answer the question or your question?
Just answer my question first, and then we'll get to Donna's question about
Um.
Bitcoin and crypto.
So basically, I'm thinking, um, about the economy and stuff like that. I'm thinking that, like, uh, I totally agree with you about how there's not going to be like any money left. But doesn't the government print the money? So why won't there be any money left? Like,
That's interesting. Doesn't the government
oh,
print
is
money?
it because of inflation? Because like,
Yeah.
yeah, soon minimum wage is going to be like $50.
Yeah, maybe, right? Because the value of the dollar falls. Isn't that crazy? Now,
Yes.
kind of plays right into Donna Wood's question here. She said, hi, Eli. I got here late, so maybe I missed it, but what do you think of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency in general? This
Oh
is almost like
yes.
goes back to printing money. So,
Okay. I think that I just think that's stupid because you're putting your real money into something that's fake and digital. I just don't think that cryptocurrency and Bitcoin is a good investment.
well, I mean, there's a lot of people making tons of money with
Yeah,
cryptocurrency.
yes, I know that. Except that's only because people actually value it.
Well, absolutely. So that's like saying cash has no value, right? Because like who would who would believe that a piece of paper with the president's face has any value on it? But soon maybe it won't have any value. And when it really comes down to currency being numbers that transfer from one place to another, and the world becoming more and more digital. I mean, there was a time we used to have records and cassette tapes and CDs and DVDs, and now everything is digital. So if everything is going digital, why not our money, Eli? Why wouldn't our money go digital?
Because then you just hmm, why would- I just think I'm just not a supporter of Bitcoin.
And I got you, and I like this because it's good to focus on one thing at a time, right? You're just getting into investing. You're learning about stocks. I mean, my suggestion would be to get into real estate next. But look, it's start somewhere, and you've started with stocks. You're seeing what's happening, and maybe cryptocurrency is something that you'll keep your eye on. Elon Musk, that guy that you said that you'd invest in Tesla. Elon Musk does have a cryptocurrency called Dogecoin.
Did you know that he made PayPal?
Yep, Elon Musk, that was his first venture, man. He created PayPal and then sold it. He's got quite a few things going on. He's going into outer space and everything like that. I think he just bought Twitter. We'll see if that makes
Yes.
it better or worse.
Also, no, his first start was not PayPal. It was actually Zip2.
Okay, Zip 2.
I actually have no idea what it was, except I researched online. It was not his first startup. His first startup was not PayPal.
Yeah, no? Yeah, there was something before that, right? And there's probably going to be many more before that. And one of the things that I've learned in life is that every success doesn't have its string of failures behind it, right? So as you move forward in your business world, in your investment journey, in your business journey, just understanding that you're going to screw up along the way, and it's okay, right? There's going to be some failures, and nothing could really take you out and keep you down, right? So I know you said, hey, I'll either be broke or I'll be a millionaire. Here's one thing I could say with almost absolute certainty, and the people out there watching might agree, is that you'll probably be both at different points in your life.
Exactly. That's the thing. Except I'm talking like far in my future, like far, and that's basically what the results of everything that I've done happens to far, far, far. I'll either be broke or a millionaire.
And it's awesome, right? Look, it's the tale of two journeys, right? And it'll certainly make both mean more. And I will tell you, like once you make it, you become a millionaire. Once you make money, it becomes even easier to make it again in the future, which also makes it kind of make you take more risks and possibly more willing to lose it. Guys, if you're just starting to join us, we're here live with Eli Feldman, a 9-year-old investor, aka the Eli Stenator, affectionately known as the Eli Stenator. And if you have any questions, feel free to post them here, and then we'll get them answered live. While we're waiting for last minute people to post questions, Eli, is there any final words you have? Anything that I didn't ask you? Something that you want the people to know?
No, not really.
That's it. You said it all. A few words, but words that are important. Last round, going once, going twice. The questions. All right. Well, thanks for joining us today, Eli. It was a lot of fun, and this will be living online, and you can go back and watch it. And we encourage you to continue your journey of investing, and hopefully you'll continue to want to share your journey with us in the future. So thanks for joining us today.
Yes. Okay.
All right.